Lefiya, you're from the Vish forest, right? Tell me about that strange village. I'm very interested. Okay. So can you tell me about Nathan's hometown too? I know something, but what others know will not become my knowledge. Nathan, a small human with a strong thirst for knowledge. He wears small glasses and always holds a dictionary too big for his small frame. His amount of knowledge is much richer than Lefiya and Arisa's, and he has reached the level enough to be called a genius, but his attitude towards people is devastatingly poor, and he has caused too many incidents to satisfy his curiosity, so he is definitely not considered a genius. Excellent student. He and Lefiya were often dragged by Batten and involved in the commotion. Batten will have a costume for himself. The magic or knowledge brought Lefiya and the others out, and Arisa who was chasing her was also involved in battle with monsters and people. Not long after entering the school, this became a daily scene, and the four of them were considered a group and formed a team before they knew it. Forced to release the magic cannon all the time, the groundwork for being called a magic idiot has since been laid. Lefiya burst into tears. That's why I didn't say everything. To generate the hardest metal, the easiest way is to use the sun-colored gold directly. You're telling me what's wrong with my alchemy method. Gold, the color of the sun, is a miracle born in the Far East, refined metal. No matter its characteristics or value, it is not inferior to the hardest metal. Its formula is not sublimation, it is just a simple replacement. If you're not willing, you can refine one from scratch. Your classmates are all kinds of characters that seem to condense the description of exuberant curiosity into a dumpling. Dive in and dig deeper. Even if it was something trivial, Arisa and the others argued and occasionally fought loudly, trying to refute each other. Lefiya, still young, grew up under their influence. Lefiya, I'm in love, she screams loudly with that statement. Mr. Leon scolded me, but he gave me serious advice and smiled at me. When the other teachers were angry with me for unreasonable crimes, he also said, "Isn't Arisa doing such a thing? She is stricter than anyone else and treats others with more sincerity than anyone else. Support me." Although Teacher Leon is a teacher, he is actually my night teacher, Arisa, whose pupils in the depths became a heart shape, and Lefiya, who was younger than her, was a little insensitive. Becoming a fan of Mr. Leon is a process everyone will go through. Hearing a teacher with a holy smile teach her, Arisa joined the LFC regardless of Lefiya's stop. Adolescence is a storm of youth, and the school district is the garden where sweet and sour dates are born. Lefiya understood the meaning with a sad face, because her roommate was like that, or was a negative example, so she never experienced the taste of love. Academics, combat, youth. Arisa and the others enjoyed the many encounters. Same goes for Lefiya. And the teachers and gods of the school district taught Lefiya many things that were unknown to her. Lefiya's eyes always shine. Gaining new knowledge and knowing things you didn't know was very exciting. For Lefiya, simple learning has changed from means to purpose. Then one day she was asked, "What does Lefiya want to be?" "I want to be Professor Leon's right-hand man." "No, I want to be a teacher of the school district, too." Barton wants to be a knight of the empire, Nathan wants to be a researcher in the magical country. Everyone has found their future dreams. And where is Lefiya? In the end, Lefiya couldn't answer that question either. I've seen the scenery of many worlds, I've talked to many people, and my heart has been touched countless times, but only Lefiya couldn't find that thing I want to be. Lefiya continued studying hard in the school district, thinking of not being left behind by Arisa and the others, so she examined herself. She desperately tried to imagine who she wanted to be. There's no need to get impatient. But you shouldn't be listening right now. So get impatient now. After all, this is the school district, a place that exists to find your way forward and feed you to it. It's the best place to find answers. Baldur said with a smile. At the same time, he also advised Lefiya to don't forget to count on others. Then. It's been 3 years since Lefiya entered the school zone, and she was tricked by Batten and the others, and was promoted to level 2 because of it. She reached the center of the world. I see, Lefiya. That. The sea was lapped by the waves. Under the cloudless blue sky, Orisa and Lefiya cheered as they reached the deck facing the continent that appeared in their field of vision. Like the other students around her, she leaned over the banister and looked out over a scene. What they were looking at was the massive tower of chalk that pierced the sky in the distance at the depth of their field of vision. That is, Oractory. The tower of the gods, Babel. And the center of the world, with an underground labyrinth. Looking at the labyrinthine city Oractory that she had seen in her dream, Lefiya at that time did not know anything about it, and she felt the excitement and anticipation in her heart purely and innocently.